Skywatch Media News for November the 20th, 2019. In the midst of its worst flooding in over 50 years, the historically rich city of Venice, Italy, is fighting the forces of nature and time itself in order to remain afloat. This precious gem, hidden along Italy's Adriatic coast, is facing a dramatic and very surreal situation as powerful tidewaters roar into the city, layering one catastrophe upon another and creating a sense of alarm and panic among its residents. Venice, Italy is unique in so many ways. Its famous architecture and its stunning works of art contain a part of everyone's heritage, not just in Italy, but across the world. The things that make its history so valuable are quickly disappearing into the sea. In recent days, nearly 85% of the famous city lies underwater. The situation is dramatic as people throughout the city waded through the flood waters. This is a catastrophe in the making, as Venice is a harbinger of the problems facing coastal cities as the earth changes continue to escalate. As the tide encroached to over 6 feet in some areas of the city, Italy was forced to declare a state of emergency. In the famous piazza of St. Mark's Square, the water was knee-deep, prompting its closure to tourists. At one time, not that long ago, the flooding of this extreme occurred in Venice once in a century, but now it is expected to occur on average every 6 years. This is a serious concern that foreshadows the rapid transformation of natural events, not only for Venice, but for much of the coastal world. The bigger issue facing Venice is the sinking. The unusual positioning of the winds blowing from the southeast to the northwest across the Adriatic Sea have caused the buildup of water into the city of Venice. Couple this with astronomical high tides, and you can see where it is much easier to visualize the dilemma facing the residents of this great city. Because of the rising sea, the many treasures of Venice are in peril. Over the past few centuries, Venice has made many attempts to divert the rivers in order to protect the lagoon and extend the barrier islands from siltation. But these diversion attempts have not been able to stop the encroachment of the sea, and Mother Nature will have the final say as the water continues to rise. The city is experiencing abnormal and very early flooding this year as the high water invades cafes and stores. It cannot be underestimated how devastating this is for tourism and for the economy of a proud and thriving city. It is another in a long line of horrific events across the planet this year. The images portray a city in peril, a part of our history in great jeopardy. Not only is the city of canals sinking, but a team of scientists discovered in early 2012 that the area is tilting eastward at the rate of about 2 millimeters per year, or about 3/4 of an inch per year. This would infer that the city is moving towards the sea at a slow, all but steady rate. Venice, the city of vast historical wealth, has survived since the 5th century, but now its citizens are shocked, and they are in a state of despair and anguish by the magnitude of the rising waters and the unprecedented flooding. They are afraid for their welfare and for the long-term future of their city. Slowly but with certainty, the water will overtake the place they call their home. They see a city that is disappearing, a place that one day will end up like Atlantis, submerged below the sea in the annals of time. At the same moment that tidal waters were encroaching the city of Venice, one of the strongest southeasterly winds on record engulfed the Croatian coast on November the 12th. The hurricane-force winds created giant waves on the Adriatic. The highest wave was measured at 35.7 feet near Dubrovnik. It wasn't only the waves that were big, but winds of 87 miles per hour were also recorded, accounting for the third highest wind speed in this region in the past 60 years. The extreme weather anomaly affected almost the entire Croatian coast. As you look towards the sky, know that the heavens will remind us of the dark moments that occur in this world. But even during the bleakest of times, the sky provides reason for optimism. Thanks for watching.